Morning. Not going to rant because I'm not a ranter, but I'm not a happy bunny. I'm not happy at all. So I'm currently on day 9 in a row since the last video, which was a week ago Sunday. Not supposed to be on day 9 in a row because yesterday was supposed to be a day off, which didn't really happen. So I've currently racked up a total at the minute of, I think it's around about 80 hours, 85 hours since the week ago Sunday, and out of them 85 hours, around about 30 of them have actually been driving. So the rest have actually been physically on jobs working, and the rest has just been driving. I left this morning at 6 o'clock this morning to come down here to Kent to do a job, and it said an hour and 47 minutes. It's taken me, well, 3 hours and 29 minutes because it's 9:29. So there you go. Yes, very, very unhappy Ben. So what I'm doing here, so what I had to do yesterday was go and pick up windows and doors, no, sorry, not windows, a new set of doors for this job, and a few trims and some shingle tiles on the roof. So on my day off, done a little bit of shopping with Emma for an hour, and then I had to travel to Coventry to go and pick the doors up, and then I had to travel back to the garden centre to pick up the shingles for the roof. And then, like I said, the rest is history. I'm just really annoyed. So what I'm going to do is do this job, whatever needs doing on it. Then I'm going to go from here to Wembley to take some new profiles off another job, and then I should be going home. And then tomorrow I've got to go back to the job that we did at the weekend, Colin and I, because Jordan is still sunning himself in Tenerife, and finish that job because it should have been a 2-day bill, but when we got there the base was unlevel, needed all levelling up. There's all extras to do as well, and was roof floorboards short, so we had to try and source them. But it was Sunday and it was almost 4 o'clock, so nowhere was open, so we came home. So I'm going back there to finish that tomorrow. So I'm going to get today out of the way. But also, you may have seen on my community post yesterday, I saw a great big dirty rat in my garden yesterday. So I put down poison, put down traps, nothing in him overnight, but he's about. And it's that time of year now, it's getting colder and it's searching for food. So I have to eradicate the rat problem, but I have to do my job first. Right, okay, I'm working my way through the defects. I'm doing really well. It's not actually as bad as I thought. The customer's absolutely sound, considering he's had to wait quite a while to have these defects sorted out. But right, I've changed the whole door system because the old frame was actually where you undo the second door up here. The whole frame there had been split. There's a massive bit missing, and he did say that he was going to get his friend to splice a bit in there. That he thought, no, because I wanted a door that works. So I've changed the whole door, and luckily I didn't forget because I had the keys for the new door on the dashboard of the bus, and I had the keys for this door in my pocket. So I've switched them around while I had it in my head, so I've done it. Also, there was a problem with, there's a few things missing, like these plastic trims that go over the windows here. Plastic trims here. That was something that was a bit confusing of what needed changing. So what Matty's actually sent me with is all new like hinge systems, which we don't need them. It just literally is these little plastic covers, which I haven't got, so I'm gonna have to tell the customer I can't do them. This whole plate at the top of this window, every screw hole was split to pieces, and so was this one. Again, it was done during the install, which wasn't us. In fact, there's a little split in that one there, so I might just change that one because I've got plenty of them. But one of the main things, if you see above the door, the windows are so close together. So what you get with these windows, your plates are angled like that. So you would have got top plates for these ones. And what the fitter had done is basically, which we'd do as well, because obviously you haven't got the gap and you won't have the overhang to have the angle like that. So what he'd done is cut them straight down the middle, but obviously I don't know what he cut them with or which way he was looking, but they weren't very straight and had big gaps in them. So what I've done is cut 2 new ones in, just put a bit of filler in it, same at this end, bit of filler in it, wait for that to go off while I go on the roof and do the shingle tile. Then I'm going to have a final check round and make sure the windows and the doors absolutely perfect. They're closing lovely. And then I've got to then go and see the lady because they're holding me prisoner apparently until they're 100% happy. So she says, I'm going to go and see her, then she'll ring her husband, who's a gardener, who's working a couple of streets away, and he's going to come back, and then hopefully I can be released. I'm on my way to Wembley to the next job. Yeah. That is so annoying. I made myself a beautiful tiger bread, like French stick tiger bread, no, salt and pepper French stick. Anyway, meat and salad baguette last night, and I've just been waiting to enjoy it. And I did enjoy it, but I've just spilled like salad cream all over the steering wheel, all over my lap, and I've even chipped a tooth on it. So it was nice though. Right, I've just arrived at the second job, which almost turned into the third job, because the powers above decided to try and change plans with me, because I brought the windows and the frames on the roof back from that job. Frames damaged, the doors are absolutely fine. So he said I'll just take them home and keep them and do something with them. Then about 5 minutes later, I get a phone call from another cabin supplier who liaises with the powers above and says, "Oh, them doors you've got, are they normal sized doors?" I was like, "Yeah, they're normal sized doors." He said, "They've been painted or anything?" I was like, "No." I said, "They've just been a bit sun bleached because they've been obviously on the cabin for like 3 months. Apart from that, they're fine." "Oh, is there any chance that you could take them to Brighton and fit them for me on a cabin?" And I'm like, I don't know what these people think I am. I'm a performing monkey or something. Do you know what I mean? 9 days in a row, 33.5 hours driving now, and I'm still like, I've got to get home. They want me to go to Brighton and put the doors on. So I sent him a picture of them. They're not the right doors anyway, because they're not fully glazed. They're only 3/4 glazed. So I got away with that one. So yeah, I'm just at this one now. I'm in Wembley, and I believe this one, like I said, it's got internal of the U profiles that go on the columns afterwards, just to make them look a little bit prettier, but no one likes them. Now the cabin is trying to settle down, but it can't because the U profiles are stopping it, so gaps are opening up. So the plan is, I've got a trolley jack, I've got to take off one of the U profiles first, use that U profile to support the ceiling, and then take the rest of them off, and then carefully drop the jack down, and it should just close the building up. Then I've got to put a bit of skirting around the 4 columns and then go home. That might change. Right, so here I am in the second job. So this is a nice little outbuilding with a shed extension on this cabin. It's been, I think it was built in the winter last year. I didn't build it, Jordan did. But clearly what you can see, these are what we call the U profiles. And they're not structural at all. They're just decorative to go on, but they're screwed to the building. Now the building wants to move, because that's what builders do, it's timber building. It wants to move and settle down. As you can see here, which I've just pointed out to the lady, you see here, so that's how much it's moved. So this was painted, this is not fixed to the wall, it's fixed to its own frame, not to the wall because of the movement. So the building has actually moved down that much, like 30 mil it's moved down. So here is the problem. As you can see here, there's a gap in the wall here, gap in the wall here. That's because this profile screwed to the logs is stopping them logs being able to move down. Now in theory, I'm going to take this profile off, that profile off very carefully, because it will want to drop down. So I don't want to get hurt, because that timber literally could just kick out at me. And then that gap should close and I should be going home. Yeah. That is it, done. I am going home for today. Right, so I'm back. Well, I've had to go to the office to bring the spare doors and the door frame and all the door packs, because what we're probably going to do, we don't need them. Obviously I wasn't going to go to Brighton and do that job, not at all. So cover them up there so keep them dry. So they're probably going to be used on our shed, but obviously because they're glazed and you don't want people to see what's in your shed, we're going to change the glazing for tongue and groove to have solid doors. So yeah, I've just been in there and bought Emma a present because she's wanted this owl mug for a while. So yeah, back at the office. As I said, it was an uneventful drive home, but it's brought the driving total up to what, was it now? 20, no it's not, 36 and a half hours driving in this 10-day stint. So what I'm going to do now is I've got to do one stop at the shop on the way home, and then I'm going to get home, and I've just been shopping again, look. Rat traps, rat killer poison. So I'd actually forgotten about the rat problem at home, so I need to go and deal with that, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go out. It's roasted in here. She ain't left that heater on, has she? No, of course she hasn't. Oh, Dr. Pepper, I'll grab that. So yeah, I'm going to go home. Do you know what? This is like, I don't like this at all. I'm sitting there editing. I've been home for a few hours now. I've sorted everything out. Everyone's pretty much asleep. I just took time out to come down the shed, sort myself out. And I've heard the rat in the border up the garden. I don't like it at all. I now have 4 traps set, 3 breakback traps and 1 humane trap. I hope it takes a humane one, I really do. But I can see this an ongoing drama. In fact, I think you're witnessing the beginning of Operation Beat the Rat Season 2. See you tomorrow.